Last Friday, Lucas and I decided to play a prank on Pablo at the old unfinished school building. It was supposed to be a new building for the St. Mary's Academy, a private school for rich girls, but it was canceled due to the unforeseen overcharges during the construction. However, there was a more sinister side to the story. Apparently, one night, a 15-year-old girl named Bianca sneaked into the building and committed suicide. She sliced her wrists and using the blood she left a message on a wall. Goodbye. After this, it seems she cut her own throat and bled to death right next to the message. The school did its best to cover up the incident and try to continue the construction after everything was cleared up, but things started to happen. 3 workers died within the next month in different accidents, and another committed suicide. Many complained about a strange feeling inside the building and quit the job. The rumor of a curse started to spread, and shortly after, no one wanted to work there anymore. Apparently, no matter how hard they tried, it couldn't be erased. Bianca's message. And if you saw the message, she'd come for you. Of course, I didn't believe any of that crap, but Pablo's the most gullible and coward person to ever exist. I think he still believed the boogeyman was under his bed until last year. Anyway, that night Pablo was complaining as expected.
Hey guys, I thought we were going to play video games tonight.
We are gonna play video games after we're done with this.
We just want to take a picture of the message, Pablo. It'll be real quick.
Yeah, don't be scared. It'll take us like 20 minutes, tops.
I'm not scared. I'm already used to your bullshit adventures.
Everything's perfect then. The building was actually very creepy. There were no windows or doors, but the inside was so dark I could barely see anything.
Okay, maybe this will take more than expected.
Come on guys, let's go home. We can come back in the morning when we can actually see.
Sneaking during the day might be more difficult with all the students and personnel running around the campus.
I know. Why don't we split up?
What?
I agree. We can cover up more space like that. There are 3 floors, so each of us can look into a different one.
Are you guys insane?
What's wrong? You said you weren't scared.
I'm not. I'm just worried. What if something happens to Bianca?
It's just an abandoned building inside a school, Pablo. I'll be fine.
Worst case scenario, the night guard finds us and kicks us out. You know, actually I'd like to see the guard find you, Bianca.
What?
Yeah, finding a high school girl named Bianca in this building this late at night.
We agreed to meet at the entrance after 30 minutes. I was going to check the first floor, Pablo was going to check the second, and Lucas the third. If no one had found anything by that time, we'd go back home. Of course, that didn't matter. Lucas and I just wanted to scare Pablo, so both of us had brought messy long black wigs and big white camisoles to disguise ourselves as Bianca. There were stairs on each side of the building, so the plan was to put on our disguises and each of us would come at Pablo from a different side. To be honest, I did feel a little bad for him. We always played this kind of prank since we were kids, but we had never done something so elaborate. So I promised myself that this would be the last time. I put on my costume and hid myself in one of the classrooms of the 2nd floor and waited until I could see Pablo coming closer. The night was very cold, dark, and silent. It really felt like being transported to another dimension. I thought that this kind of feeling could make a person go crazy. 15 minutes had passed and there were no signs of Pablo, so I got impatient and decided to go look for him myself. The clouds had covered the moon. The hallway turned pitch black. There were still all kinds of construction materials around, so I turned on my phone's light to prevent running into something. I got to the end of the hallway, but there were no signs of Pablo or Lucas. Hey guys, where are you? There was no answer. Where the hell are they? I started to look for them, checking every classroom to see if they were hiding. Did Lucas betray me? Are they trying to scare me now? I was getting tired and decided to just go home. Those fuckers left me here alone. They're probably sitting comfortably at home laughing at me. Tomorrow they'll see how scary Bianca can be. I was picking up my bag in the classroom where I was hiding when I found it. I didn't see it before. On the wall. Painted with red. Goodbye. I felt the temperature drop in an instant and heard a dripping sound behind me. I could feel someone breathing on my neck, and there was a putrid smell in the air. Lucas? Pablo? All the muscles on my body tensed up. I was scared of looking. I was scared of not looking. I couldn't move. My entire body was shaking. I didn't know what to do. I heard a horrible cracking noise, followed by a weak voice. No. Who's there? The sounds continued for an instant, but suddenly stopped. The dripping, the noises, the breathing, the smell. I couldn't sense anything. I stood there looking at the message. Finally, I slowly turned back. And there she was. There was a girl staring right at me. I could see her eyes injected with blood. They almost looked black. Her skin was so pale I could see her blood vessels, and her hair was so long, messy, and dirty. She slowly lifted her hands covered in blood, grabbed my head, and put my face right in front of hers. I was too scared to even blink. After staring at me for what seemed like an eternity, her eyes opened even more, and a horrible smile popped up on her face. She seemed like she was trying to say something, but the only sound coming out of her mouth were horrible crackling noises, and a huge amount of blood gushed from her neck, and she finally said, "I am Bianca." I remember screaming so hard that I thought my vocal cords were going to rip. Then, I lost consciousness. The next morning, I woke up on the floor with my costume still on. I didn't think twice before running home faster than I have ever ran in my life. I met Lucas and Pablo at school. They scolded me for disappearing like that. Apparently, Lucas almost made Pablo wet his pants, but I never showed up, so they went looking for me through the entire building for almost an hour. Did you find the message?
You're still bringing that up? I'm not going to trust anything you say ever again.
Did you?
What are you talking about, Bianca? Could it be that you actually got scared too?
No, of course not. I'm not sure what happened that night, and I never mentioned it to anyone. I know what I saw, I know what I felt, and I want to forget about it. There's just one thing that bothers me to this day. Maybe it's just my imagination, but Bianca's face, I thought she kind of looked like me.